Confidence, Arrogance, and the Psychology of the Rich. Why it actually works. Introduction. The lie you were taught. Most people are broke because they were trained to be likable, humble, agreeable, and apologetic. They were taught to lower their voice instead of raise their expectations. They were taught to wait instead of take. They were taught that fairness mattered more than leverage. They were taught that humility would be rewarded. It isn't. The world does not reward humility. The world does not reward effort. The world does not reward intention. The world rewards certainty, dominance, perception, narrative control, and belief projected without hesitation. This has always been true. Empires were not built by people asking if they deserved to exist. Markets were not captured by people waiting to be chosen. Wealth was never created by those obsessed with being liked. Confidence and arrogance are not opposites. They are adjacent behaviors. Sometimes they are identical actions with different language attached afterward. And the rich understand this. They don't debate it. They don't justify it. They don't explain it. They execute it. This audiobook does not exist to inspire you or comfort you. It exists to expose the mechanics that actually determine outcomes. The uncomfortable truth is simple. Human beings respond to certainty more than morality, and the people who understand that dominate every system they enter. Take the next step right now to send a subconscious message to yourself and the universe. By failing to take this first easy yet powerful step to unleash the power within and provoke the universe to listen, you'll fail. Stop listening now if you're not fully committed to succeeding this second. You can prove to yourself right now that taking this next simple action that will grant your wishes, this very second, once you hear it, you're ready to win. But stop right now if you won't do this. Right now, if you listen to this next simple step and fail to do it, you'll be sabotaging yourself and doomed to failure. So only continue if you're ready to prove your worth and readiness. If you haven't subscribed as simple symbolic proof of your commitment to yourself and me, then stop now, hit the subscribe button and like and lock in. If you won't take the simple step to hit a simple yet powerful button, leave. You're doomed for failure. Chapter 1. Confidence is not a feeling, it is a signal. Confidence is not internal. That is the foundational lie. Confidence is not something you feel inside your chest. Confidence is something other people detect. You can feel anxious and still project confidence. You can feel calm and still project weakness. The marketplace does not care about your internal state. It responds only to signals, tone, pace, decisiveness, posture, timing. Confidence is not emotional stability. Confidence is behavioral certainty. People follow certainty because certainty removes ambiguity. Ambiguity creates friction. Friction slows decisions. Certainty accelerates movement. Money flows towards certainty. Opportunities orbit certainty. Authority follows certainty. And certainty often looks exactly like arrogance to people who don't have it. The rich understand this distinction. They understand that confidence is a performance, not a personality trait. It is not authenticity. It is alignment between action and expectation. Most people wait until they feel ready. The rich move first and allow reality to reorganize around them afterward. Confidence is not knowing the outcome. Confidence is behaving as if the outcome has already been decided. Move first. Let the world catch up. Chapter 2. Why arrogant people win and nice people don't. Arrogance is socially condemned and economically rewarded. This contradiction destroys people mentally. They watch arrogant individuals rise faster, earn more, gain access, command attention, while being told those same traits are wrong, selfish, or immoral. The confusion is not accidental. Arrogant people ask for more, expect compliance, speak as if outcomes are settled, assume they belong in the room, treat access as normal. Do not seek permission. Nice people wait, explain, qualify, downplay, ask instead of assume, fear being disliked. The system does not reward virtue, it rewards assertion. Arrogance is confidence that does not pause for approval, and the world bends toward people who take without asking. This does not mean arrogant people are more intelligent. It does not mean they are more capable. It means they do not remove themselves from consideration. Most people disqualify themselves before the system ever does. That single behavior gap compounds over decades. Chapter 3. The rich do not ask if they are good enough. Poor and middle-class psychology is obsessed with worthiness. Am I qualified? Do I deserve this? Who am I to do that? These questions do not exist in wealthy psychology, not because the rich are more deserving, but because they do not believe worthiness is required. They believe access belongs to whoever claims it first. The rich assume, if someone else can do it, so can I. If it exists, it is accessible. If it is available, it is negotiable. If it is negotiable, it is mine. This is not confidence. This is entitlement psychology. And entitlement wins because systems respond to assumption, not humility. The world does not stop you because you are unworthy. It stops you when you hesitate. Chapter 4. Humility is a social virtue, not a wealth strategy. Humility exists to preserve social harmony. It does not exist to create dominance. Societies praise humility because it stabilizes hierarchies. It keeps people in their place. It discourages disruption. Wealth is created by violating placement, not respecting it. Every major fortune was built by someone who took more than they were offered, claimed authority before it was granted, ignored social cues meant to signal restraint, violated unspoken rules. Humility makes you safe to others, arrogance makes you dangerous, and dangerous people get paid. Chapter 5. Confidence creates reality, not the other way around. Most people believe confidence comes from results. That belief keeps them stuck. Results come from confidence because confidence alters how others respond to you. People mirror certainty. They defer to decisiveness. They comply with conviction. When you act as if something is inevitable, others unconsciously adjust their behavior to align with that expectation. This is not optimism. This is not manifestation. This is human psychology. The rich do not wait for proof. They manufacture belief first. Proof arrives later as a consequence of alignment. Chapter 6. Arrogance is a filter. Arrogance repels the weak and attracts opportunity. People intimidated by certainty remove themselves. People drawn to authority lean in. This saves time. The rich do not waste energy reassuring insecure people. They let arrogance filter the room. Efficiency is power. Chapter 7. Morality is a luxury belief. People with no leverage obsess over morality. People with leverage outsource morality to branding, PR, and legal teams. The rich are not immoral. They are amoral in execution. They care about outcomes, not emotional comfort. Moral narratives are tools, not constraints. The public debates ethics. The wealthy negotiate leverage. Chapter 8. Why the world punishes doubt. Doubt is visible. Even when unspoken, it leaks. Weakness invites. Lower offers. Less respect. Delayed decisions. Reduced access. Confidence compresses time. Arrogance accelerates outcomes. The world moves faster for people who do not ask if they are allowed. Chapter 9. The Confidence Paradox. The paradox is simple. The less validation you need, the more you receive. The more you explain, the less you are believed. The more you justify, the less authority you have. The rich do not convince, they declare. Chapter 10. Wanting more is not a sin among the poor. Wanting more is framed as greed. Among the rich, it is ambition, same behavior, different narrative. The difference is not morality, it is outcome alignment. Chapter 11. Arrogance is a skill, not a personality. Arrogance is not chaos. It is not recklessness. It is not emotional volatility. At the highest levels, arrogance is controlled certainty. The wealthy understand when to apply pressure and when to withdraw it. They understand when to assert dominance openly and when to let silence do the work. They know when arrogance should be loud and when it should be invisible. Arrogance, when refined, becomes positioning. The mistake most people make is assuming arrogance means noise. It doesn't. Loud arrogance is amateur arrogance. It signals insecurity, not dominance. Real arrogance is calm. It is measured. It assumes authority without announcing it. The wealthy do not explain why they belong. They act as if the question is already settled. That is the skill. They know when to push without apology, pause without justification, ignore without explanation, withdraw without weakness, assert without aggression. This is not personality. This is calibration. And calibration is what separates those who rise temporarily from those who remain untouchable. Chapter 12. Confidence is a weapon in negotiation. Negotiation is not logic. That belief ruins people. Negotiation is posture. Whoever appears least affected controls the frame. Whoever appears optional controls the outcome. Whoever appears certain bends the room. Confidence signals leverage even when leverage is thin. Arrogance signals replaceability, and the fear of replaceability shifts power immediately. The rich do not negotiate line by line. They negotiate atmosphere. They create a sense that they are not dependent. They are not rushed. They are not impressed. They are not desperate. That posture alone moves numbers. Most people negotiate hoping to win. The rich negotiate assuming compliance. That assumption changes how the other side behaves long before words are exchanged. Chapter 13. The rich never explain themselves. Explanation is a tell. It signals uncertainty. The more someone explains, the more they reveal that they feel the need to be understood, justified, or approved. The rich do not explain. They state. They do not defend decisions. They enforce them. They do not rationalize outcomes. They normalize them. This is why their language is short. This is why their communication feels blunt. This is why they are often described as cold. Cold is clarity without permission. Chapter 14. Why being liked is a liability. Being liked is unstable. It depends on mood, perception, and emotional agreement. It shifts quickly and collapses under pressure. Being respected is durable. Respect survives disagreement. Respect survives distance. Respect survives silence. The rich optimize for respect because respect creates compliance even when affection is absent. They understand that popularity is a byproduct, not a strategy. Those who chase being liked surrender leverage. Those who prioritize respect accumulate it. Chapter 15. Confidence creates access before results exist. Access is not granted based on proof. That belief keeps people locked out. Access is granted based on projection. Who sounds like they belong? Who moves as if they belong? Who behaves as if access is already assumed? The wealthy do not wait for credentials to open doors. They step through doors first and let credentials be implied afterward. They understand that systems are porous. Most people stand outside systems asking if they are allowed in. The rich walk through as if the system was built for them. Chapter 16. The role of entitlement in wealth. Entitlement is demonized among the poor because it destabilizes hierarchy. But entitlement is a core trait of the wealthy, not emotional entitlement, structural entitlement. The belief that time should bend to them. Effort should be compensated disproportionately. Access should be immediate. Friction should be removed. This belief alters behavior. Entitled people ask differently. They wait less. They tolerate less resistance. Systems respond. Chapter 17. Why the world punishes hesitation. Hesitation communicates doubt. Doubt invites delay. Delay invites replacement. The world rewards decisiveness even when decisions are imperfect. Hesitation signals weakness not because it is immoral, but because it slows momentum. The rich would rather move wrong and correct later than freeze waiting for certainty. Correction is easier than entry. Chapter 18, The Confidence Loop. Confidence creates opportunity. Opportunity reinforces confidence. Confidence accelerates access. Access compounds advantage. This loop explains why the rich seem to get richer even when they fail. Failure does not collapse the loop. Doubt does. Chapter 19. Why fairness is a story, not a rule. Fairness is a social story used to maintain cohesion. It is not a governing law. Markets do not operate on fairness. They operate on leverage. Those who expect fairness are perpetually shocked. Those who expect leverage are prepared. The rich do not complain when things are unfair. They adjust position. Chapter 20. The Myth of the Good Person. Path. People are taught there is a moral path to success. There isn't. There is only an effective path. Effectiveness does not guarantee goodness. Goodness does not guarantee results. The rich choose effectiveness. Then they narrate goodness afterward. Chapter 21. Why confidence makes people forgiving. Confidence reframes mistakes. A confident person fails, and it is seen as experimentation. An insecure person fails, and it is seen as incompetence. The behavior can be identical. The perception is not. Confidence protects reputation even in loss. Chapter 22. Arrogance and silence. Silence is one of the most arrogant positions available. Not responding, not clarifying, not correcting narratives immediately. Silence signals that explanation is unnecessary. The wealthy use silence deliberately. It forces others to fill the gap, usually in their favor. Chapter 23. Why the rich do not chase closure. Closure is emotional housekeeping. The rich move forward without it. They understand that clarity is not required for momentum. Waiting for emotional resolution slows execution. They move anyway. Chapter 24. Most people are trained to lose. School rewards obedience. Jobs reward compliance. Culture rewards conformity. Wealth rewards defiance paired with certainty. This mismatch creates frustration, resentment, and confusion. People follow the rules they were taught, and then wonder why the outcomes don't match the promises. The rich ignore instructions that do not produce leverage. Chapter 25. The Final Truth. Confidence is not kindness. Arrogance is not evil. Wealth is not fair. The world does not reward humility. It rewards certainty expressed without apology. The rich are not better. They are less inhibited. They move first. They claim space. They assume outcomes. They let reality catch up. That is how it works. Not how it should work. How it works.